Hey, beautiful soul. Before we begin, I just want to say thank you this journey, these 21 days. They're not just words, they're a reminder that change is possible, that clarity is something you build, that habits can heal. Energy comes back when you stop waiting and start creating. But more than anything, this channel, this space, wouldn't exist without you, your presence, your curiosity, your heart. You're the reason this work matters. You're the reason I keep showing up. So as we go through this together day by day, remember this. You're not broken. You're becoming. You're not behind. You're on your way. This isn't about perfection. It's about progress. One breath at a time. One small step at a time. One quiet win at a time. Let's begin. Day 1. Brain dump your chaos. Close your eyes. Take a long, slow breath in. Hold it. Right now. Carrying. Too much. Maybe it's tasks. Maybe it's feelings. Maybe it's thoughts you never finish thinking. It's heavy, isn't it? It's not always loud, but constant. It lives in the back of your mind. The checklist, the worries, the voices, the guilt, the shoulds. And yet somehow you keep going. You keep smiling. Keep showing up. But inside, it's chaos. So today, we stop pretending it's fine. We take everything that's cluttering your mind and we empty it onto paper, into light. Out of hiding, because what you don't name, you can't release. So grab a notebook or open your notes app and just start writing. Don't think. Don't edit. Don't try to be clear. Just pour. Write what you're worried about. Write what you've been avoiding. Write what you're afraid will happen. Write the little things too. That thing you forgot to buy. That email you haven't answered. That idea you keep having but never start. All of it. Dump it. Because your brain was never meant to store everything. It was meant to process, to feel, to breathe. And right now, you're giving it a break. So write. Keep going, even if it doesn't make sense. Even if the page feels messy. Even if you cry. Don't know where it's leading? That's okay. That's exactly the point. Because this is the clearing. This is where the clutter becomes calm. This is where you stop surviving. Start breathing again. You are not your chaos. You are not your to-do list. You're not the noise in your head. You are the one brave enough to put it on the page and say, I'm ready to feel free again. Now pause. Put your pen down or close the app. Place your hand over your heart. Feel that beat. That's your new beginning. Breathe in slowly. Count to 4. Hold for 2. Breathe out, count to 6. Let your body melt into the moment. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw unclench. You don't need to hold it all anymore. Because starting today, you're giving your mind space to heal. And that's not weak. That's powerful. Come back to this exercise anytime you feel overwhelmed. This is your reset button. This is your peace, and this is only day 1. Day 2, make a stop doing lists you've spent your whole life. Adding more and more goals, more pressure, more expectations, more noise. But today, you do something different. You subtract. Because not everything you do is helping you grow. Not everything you carry belongs to you. Not everything you've said yes to deserves a yes again. So let's take a breath. Right now, inhale deeply through your nose. Hold. Exhale slowly through your mouth. Good, today you're going to make a stop doing list. And it will. Change the way you live. Ask yourself gently, what am I doing that drains me but doesn't grow me? Maybe it's saying yes out of guilt. Maybe it's overthinking the smallest things. Maybe it's apologizing for taking up space. Maybe it's staying stuck in comfort because you're afraid to disappoint someone. Whatever it is, you already know. Your body feels it. There's something you're doing that no longer aligns with who you're becoming. So today, you name it, and you stop. Not forever. Not with anger, not with guilt. You stop with grace. You stop with love. Stop because your time is sacred now. Take out your notebook, or whisper it quietly to yourself. Write down 3 things. Just 3 things you will no longer pour your energy into. 3 things that used to serve you but now shrink you. Write them down then, cross them out. One by one, feel the power in that motion. It's like cutting the ropes that have tied you to who you used to be. You're not quitting, you're choosing. And that is strength. You don't owe anyone your burnout. You don't have to be everything to everyone all the time. You get to edit your life. You get to say, this no longer fits, and walk away. Now take a slow, deep breath. Feel the freedom start to settle in your chest. That space you feel. That's peace. That's clarity. It's the beginning of becoming lighter. You've been so strong for everyone else today. You were strong for yourself, and this is just the beginning. Day 3. Use the 5-minute rule sometimes. It's not the big things that weigh us down. It's the little ones. The unopened email. The cup on the counter. It's the laundry still in the basket. It's a text you never replied to. Sit there, not screaming, just whispering, constantly. And every time you see them, your energy drops. Not because they're hard, but because they're unfinished. So today, you stop letting the small things steal your power. You use the 5-minute rule. If it takes less than 5 minutes, do it now. No hesitation. No debate. Because done is peace. Let's breathe together. Inhale deeply through your nose. Hold, exhale through your mouth. Slowly, fully. Now think. What are the small tasks you've been putting off? A reply? A payment? Filing that paper? Throwing something out? Put them down? All of them? Don't judge. Don't delay. Just list, and then one by one, do them. Set a timer if you need to. 5 minutes, go. It's not about perfection. It's not about being productive all day. It's about proving to yourself that you are someone who finishes things. You are someone who takes small actions to create big change. Because when you clean up the little things, your mind feels lighter. Your path feels clearer. Your energy gets sharper. This isn't about being busy. It's about being free. So next time you catch yourself saying, I'll do it later, pause, smile, and remember if it takes less than 5 minutes. You've got this. You've got 5 minutes to reclaim your momentum, to clean the mental clutter, to take back control. You are becoming someone who doesn't wait for motivation. You're building identity through action. Inhale one more time deep. Let that fresh breath remind you. You are powerful because you move. Exhale. And let the small things stay small, because you finally let them go. Day 4. Accept that your to-do list will never end. Take a moment. Look at your to-do list now. Look at how long it's been growing, how it resets every day, how it multiplies, even when you're tired. Asterisk, there's always more. More to finish, more to prove. It's more to fix, more to become. And that's where the pressure begins. That's where burnout sneaks in. Not as a crash, but as a quiet constant. Today, you let that weight go. Not because you're giving up, because you're waking up. To this truth, your to-do list will never end. And that's... Okay, let's breathe that in. Inhale gently. Exhale everything you're holding in your chest. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are human. You will always have tasks. There will always be dishes and emails and errands and noise. But life, real life, is not measured by how empty your list is. It's measured by how full your soul feels while living it. So today, you choose to be intentional, not reactive. You stop trying to do it all, and instead you ask a better question. What matters most today? Circle it, highlight it, feel into it. Is it calling a loved one? Is completing that one task you've been avoiding? Is taking a walk to clear your mind? Pick 3 things, not 10, not 20. 3, because doing everything is not the goal. Doing what matters is, let's breathe again, slowly, as if the breath itself is helping you choose peace. You're not meant to be a machine. You're not here to chase a finish line that moves every time you reach it. You are here to feel the moments, to direct your energy, to choose where your life goes. So release the shame, the hustle guilt, the belief that rest is lazy, and replace it with this: I am focused. I am intentional. I choose what matters, and I let the rest wait. You're no longer living under a list. You're living by your values, and that is powerful. That is peace. Day 5. Choose work that matches what you truly value. You work hard. You push. You stay up late. You say yes even when you're tired. But let me ask you this. Is the work you do aligned with what you truly value? Not just the title, not just the paycheck, not just the praise, but the meaning, the feeling, the impact. Because here's the truth. Hard work doesn't guarantee fulfillment. Only aligned work does. Let's slow it down. Take a breath. Inhale deeply. Hold, exhale all the noise you've hauled. Been carrying, now listen with your heart. When was the last time your work made you feel alive? Clear? Proud of who you're becoming? If your answer feels blurry, don't worry, you're not alone. We live in a world that celebrates hustle, but forgets to ask why. So today, you pause. What do I value most? Growth, connection, freedom, creativity, making a difference? There's no wrong answer. There's only your truth, and once you find it, you begin the shift. Maybe it's subtle, maybe it's bold, but either way, you start building a life that looks like you. Let's go deeper. Grab your notebook at the top right. What do I truly value? Then let it flow. Be honest. Be raw. Let it come out in whispers. And when you finish that list, compare it to how you spend your time, your energy, your calendar. Do they match? That gap is not failure. It's feedback. And today, you take one step closer to alignment. Maybe it's setting a boundary, starting a side project. Maybe it's just saying no to what no longer fits. Alignment isn't about perfection. It's about feeling. Like your life is going in a direction that feels right. And you deserve that. You've always deserved that. So let's breathe again, slow and deep. This time, let the exhale carry out anything that isn't aligned with your truth. You don't have to settle. You don't have to shrink. You don't have to keep going through the motions. You get to choose. You get to build. You get to create a life that feels like home. This isn't just a to-do list anymore. This is your life, and you're learning to fill it with what matters most. Day 6. Track your time for one day. Let me ask you something. Do you really know where your time goes? Not where you wish it went. Not where you planned it, but where it actually flows. Because time is life. And if you don't track it, it slips through your fingers quietly, consistently, forever. So today you become aware. It's not to judge, not to shame, just to see. Let's take a slow, grounding breath. In through the nose. Hold for a few seconds. Out through the mouth. Good. Stay with me now. For just one day, you'll track where every hour goes. Not to control it, but to understand it. Use a notebook. Use your phone. Use a simple timer. Break your day into 15-minute blocks, and every time you shift, just write down what you're doing. Scrolling, reading, procrastinating, eating, working, thinking, resting. No labels. No guilt. Just data. This is your personal time mirror. And when the day ends, you'll finally see not what you think, but what's real. You might discover you spend more time avoiding tasks than doing them. Or maybe you'll be surprised by how much you actually accomplish. Either way, awareness is your superpower, because what you track, you can transform. Let's breathe that in. Inhale clarity, hold. Exhale distraction. This is the beginning of reclaiming your hours. It's not by squeezing more into them, but by honoring them. Because if you don't know where your time goes, you'll never know where your life is heading. And your life is too precious to be lived on autopilot. You don't need a time management app. You need time awareness. You need to see your patterns so you can choose your path. So today, you track your time with softness, with courage. Truth, not to be perfect, but to get honest. And when you wake up tomorrow, you'll hold something priceless, insight, control, and a new kind of freedom. Day 7. List 3. Priorities for tomorrow. Tonight, you've made it to day 7. Pause. Breathe that in. You've shown up. You've reflected. You've released. You've taken real steps toward who you want to become. But here's something most people miss. They spend every morning trying to figure out where to start. Racing the clock, chasing clarity already behind. Not you. It's not anymore. Because tonight, before your day ends, you're going to give yourself the gift of direction. Let's slow everything down. Inhale peace. Hold. Exhale the mental clutter now. Grab a pen or open a fresh page and write this at the top. My top 3 priorities for tomorrow. Not every task, not every idea. Just three things that move your life in the direction you care about. These are not urgent things. They're important things. The call you've been putting off. The deep work you never find time for. The habit you're building slowly. Choose. With care, choose with courage. Choose from your values, not your anxiety. Then write them down. That's it. That's the whole ritual. But here's what it creates. Clarity in the morning, confidence in your actions, and calm in your heart. Because when you wake up with direction, you don't waste energy on decisions. You just start. You don't scroll through your options. You move with purpose. You're not reacting. You're leading. And that simple difference is everything. Let's take one more breath together. In. Let it fill your chest with a quiet knowing. Out. Let tomorrow's chaos dissolve before it even begins. You're not behind. You're not lost. You're becoming someone who lives by design, not by default. And it all starts tonight. Just 3 priorities. Written with intention, ready to guide your next day with peace. Empower. Day 8. Focus on building systems, not relying on motivation. There's something we need to get clear, something that most people never realize until they've already burned out. It's this. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings come and go. Some days you'll feel excited. Some days you won't. Some days you'll wake up ready to work. Other days you'll barely want to move. That's not weakness. That's being human. So what's the solution? You just wait until you feel like it? No. You build systems. Let's breathe that truth in. Inhale through the nose. Hold. Exhale all the pressure to feel inspired every day. Now listen closely. Systems beat motivation every time. A system is a routine, trigger, a structure. It's a repeatable way to get the result you want, even when you're tired, even when you don't feel like showing up. Because discipline isn't just about force, it's about design. Let's make this real. Imagine two people. One waits for motivation. The other has a system. Person one says, "I'll go for a run when I feel like it." Person two says, "Every day at 7 a.m., my shoes are by the door." No decision, no debate, just action. Guess who makes progress? One with the system. Today, you build yours. Start small. Pick one thing you want to improve. One habit. One area of growth. Now ask, what system would make this easy to repeat? Maybe it's setting out your clothes the night before. Maybe it's a playlist that plays while you stretch. Maybe it's a reminder alarm that goes off at the same time every day. Don't rely on willpower. Replace it with structure, with triggers, with design, and when it feels boring. Good. That means it's becoming automatic, because greatness isn't built on bursts of excitement. It's built on quiet consistency, boring repetition, invisible rituals that create visible results. Let's breathe again. Inhale, feel the steadiness of that truth. Exhale. Let go of the myth that you need to feel motivated to move. You don't. You just need a system that moves you. Starting today, you build it. Day 9. Build a morning routine that calms your nervous system your morning. It's more powerful than you realize because the first 30 minutes of your day set the tone for everything that follows. And yet most people wake up into chaos, phone buzzing, emails waiting, thoughts already racing, no breath, no pause, just panic, but not you. Not today, today. You build a morning routine that calms your nervous system, that tells your body, you are safe, you are grounded, you are ready. Let's breathe that into your body now. Inhale slowly through your nose. Hold for 4 seconds. Exhale out through your mouth. Feel your shoulders drop. Feel the noise quiet down. This is what your mornings need. Not more to-do lists. Not more alerts. But more stillness. So let's start simple. Ask yourself, what would make me feel grounded before the world pulls at me? Maybe it's silence. Maybe it's breath work. Maybe it's a walk in sunlight. Maybe it's sipping tea while journaling. Or stretching with your eyes still closed. This isn't about being productive. It's about being present. Because when your body is calm, your mind is clear. And when your mind is clear, your choices are better. And better choices build a better life. Don't rush this. You don't need a 2-hour routine. You need 10 minutes of intention, maybe even just 5. What matters is that those first moments belong to you, not to the world, not to the noise, to you. So tonight, before bed, set it up. Whatever helps you feel you in the morning, prepare it. Lay it out. Make it easy. Tomorrow when you wake up, you won't check your phone first. You'll check in with yourself. Breathe in one more time. Let that air carry calm into your chest. And as you exhale, imagine your mornings becoming sacred, not perfect, but peaceful. Because the most powerful version of you doesn't start the day in chaos. They started in quiet, in control, in center. That version is already inside you. And now you're creating space for them to rise. Day 10. Use temptation bundling sometimes. The hardest part is simply starting. Not because the task is impossible, but because it feels boring, repetitive, unrewarding. In your brain, it's wired for reward, for dopamine, it's for excitement. So what do you do when what's good for you doesn't feel good yet? You bundle it. Let's take a breath first. Inhale deeply through your nose. Hold it for 4 seconds. Exhale out through your mouth. Now stay with me. Strategy is going to shift everything. It's called temptation bundling. You take something you need to do, pair it with something you want to do. Simple, but powerful. Let's bring it to life. You need to clean the house, but you want to listen to your favorite podcast. Bundle it. You need to walk more, but you love audiobooks. Bundle it. You need to journal, but your favorite coffee makes you feel alive. Bundle it. You only allow the reward when it's paired with a habit. Your brain starts linking pleasure with progress, and over time, your habits become something you look forward to. It's not something you dread, because it's no longer just about discipline. It's about design. You're not forcing yourself. You're setting yourself up to enjoy the process. Let's reflect right now. Take out your notebook. Draw 2 columns. On one side, write, habits I want to build. On the other side, things I enjoy. Now start connecting them. Draw lines. Get creative. This is your new strategy. Not to push harder, but to pull yourself forward with joy. This is how you rewire your brain to crave what builds you. Let's breathe that truth in. Inhale. Feel the lightness of that idea. Exhale. Let go of the lie that discipline has. To feel heavy, you don't need to suffer to grow. You just need to be smart about what pulls you forward. So bundle it. Pair it. Play with it. Make it fun. Make it feel good. And most importantly, make it yours. This is how you build habits that actually stick. Day 11. Use habit stacking to lock it in by now. You've started building new habits. Maybe small ones, maybe quiet ones. But they're growing. You're starting to feel it. But how do you make them stick? How do you turn a good idea into something automatic, something natural, something you do without even thinking? You stack it. Let's take a breath first. In through the nose. Hold out through the mouth. Good. Now listen close. Habit stacking is simple and powerful. You take something you already do every day and stack your new habit right after it. That way your brain doesn't have to search for the right moment. It already has one. Let's make it real. Maybe every morning you brush your teeth. That's your anchor habit. Right after brushing, you do 10 affirmations in the mirror. New habit. Stacked. Maybe after pouring your morning coffee, you journal. For 2 minutes, new habit. Stacked. Maybe when you plug in your phone at night, you write down 3 wins from the day. New habit. Stacked. Because it's not about willpower. It's about triggers. It's about rituals. When you connect a new behavior to something that already lives in your routine, you're telling your brain, this belongs here now. And your brain listens. So let's build yours. Right now. Grab a notebook or say it out loud. Step 1. What's one small habit you want to add to your life? Step 2. What's one thing you already do every day without fail? Step 3. Stack them, right? It like this. After I underscore, I will underscore. After I boil water, I'll take 3 deep breaths. After I open my laptop, I'll write my top 3 goals for the day. After I wash my face, I'll say, I am proud of how far I've come. Keep it small. Keep it doable. Keep it honest. Don't try to stack 10 things at once. 1 is enough. 1 is powerful. 1 leads to more. Let's breathe in that simplicity. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. You don't have to force discipline. You just need to attach it to something you already do. That's how habits stop feeling heavy and start feeling like you. Because every time you follow through, you prove something powerful. You are someone who keeps showing up. Stack it. Repeat. Watch it become automatic, and soon, you won't just have habits. You'll have identity. Day 12. Create an environment that makes it easy to when you've worked on your thoughts. You've built your routines. You've started showing up. But now, it's time to look around. Because no matter how strong your mindset is, if your environment is working against you, it'll always feel harder than it should. Let's pause and breathe first. Inhale slowly through your nose. Hold for a few seconds. Exhale gently through your mouth. Good. Now let's talk about the space you live in, work in, think in, grow in. Is it helping you or silently draining you? You see, you can have all the motivation in the world, but if your home, your room, your desk, your digital world is filled with clutter, distraction, or chaos, you'll always be fighting an uphill battle. Today, you take back control of your space. You design your environment to support the person you're becoming. Let's make this. It's practical. If you want to read more, put the book where you see it. Not buried on a shelf, on your pillow, on your desk, on your seat. If you want to drink more water, keep a bottle within arm's reach, not behind a cabinet, on the table, in the car, by your bed. If you want to write more, make your notebook visible, open, inviting. If you want to stop scrolling, put your phone in another room. Use grayscale mode. Or schedule screen-free hours. You don't have to rely on willpower. Design it out. Create friction for the habits you want to reduce. Create flow for the ones you want to build. Because when your environment supports your success, you don't have to fight yourself every day. You just live it, naturally. Let's reflect now. Take your journal. Write down, what are 3 small changes I can make to my environment today that will make my habits easier? Doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be intentional. Change. 1 drawer, 1 app, 1 surface, 1 habits home. Each shift you make makes the path smoother. Let's breathe that in. Hail the ease of living in alignment. Hold it. Exhale the tension of forcing it every day. You've done the hard part. You've decided who you want to be now. Let your space reflect that. Let your environment speak that truth, even when your energy is low. Your surroundings should remind you not of who you were, but of who you are becoming. So design your space like your future depends on it. Because in many ways, it does. Day 13. Track the habit, not the outcome you want results. We all do to see change, to feel progress, to know that what we're doing is working. But here's the trap. Focusing too much on the outcome can paralyze the action. You step on the scale, and the number doesn't move. You post the video, and no one responds. Show up, and it feels like nothing's changing. And in that moment, you want to quit. But not today. Because today, you learn something deeper. Let's take a slow breath together. Inhale through the nose. Hold for a moment. And exhale out through the mouth. Here's the truth. Outcomes are lagging indicators. They come later. They follow action. Always. So instead of obsessing over the result, you focus on the repetition. Because repetition is what rewires your brain, what reshapes your life, reveals your identity. You don't track how much weight you lose. You track how many days you move your body. You don't track the followers. You track the days you post with intention. You don't track how fluent you sound in English. You track how often you speak, even when it's messy. You track the input, not the output. You track what's in your control. You release what's not. Because the person you want to become isn't waiting at the finish line. There. Being built in the showing up. Right here, right now, today. So pause. Open your notebook and write this at the top. What habit am I ready to track just for the joy of consistency? Start small. One habit, one line, one checkbox. Don't wait for motivation. Track the motion. Track the doing. Each time you show up, you cast a vote for your future self. And soon, the votes become identity. The habit becomes automatic. And the outcomes, they arrive on their own, quietly, powerfully, naturally. Let's breathe that in again. Inhale consistency. Hold the calm. Exhale the pressure to perform. You don't need proof to begin. You need belief and a habit to hold. It in place today, you stop waiting for big wins. You celebrate the quiet ones because you're not chasing success. You're becoming it. Day 14. Design a habit. Tracker that you'll actually use. You've been doing the inner work. Reflecting, breathing, choosing, showing up, and now it's time to see it, to track it. It's to mark your growth. Not for perfection. Not for pressure. But for proof that you're becoming the person you always knew you could be. Let's start with a breath. Inhale deep. Hold. And exhale into stillness. Today you're going to design a habit tracker, not a fancy app. A complicated spreadsheet. Not something you'll forget in 3 days. Something simple, visible yours. Because when you see your progress, you feel your momentum. And when you feel it, keep going. So let's get to it. Step 1. Choose the habit. 1, not 10. One habit that matters right now. Maybe it's daily stretching. Maybe it's journaling. Maybe it's 10 minutes of English listening practice. Maybe it's just waking up without snoozing. Make it clear. Make it doable. Make it honest. Step 2. Decide where you'll track it. It could be a printed calendar, a post-it on your mirror, a whiteboard, a paper in your wallet, a note in your phone, a sticky habit app with just one checkbox. What matters most is that it lives where you'll see it every single day. Step 3. Create the visual. You could use boxes to check, dots to fill, lines to cross. Make it satisfying. Make it yours. Because every mark you make is a celebration, not of perfection, but of presence. You're not tracking success. You're tracking showing up. You're tracking movement because consistency is what builds confidence. And confidence is what builds your new identity. Let's breathe again. Inhale deeply through the nose. Hold for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Picture it. You, standing at the end of the month, looking back at a page full of check marks. You did that? One small moment at a time, one breath, one action, one choice. And now, you don't just hope you're growing. You know, because you can see it, because you've tracked it, because you've honored it. So go build your tracker. Make it real, make it visible, and make it part of your becoming. Day 15. Schedule joy and play into your week. When was the last time you felt light, playful, free, not just busy, not just productive, but alive? Somewhere along the way, you learned to associate growth with pressure, with pushing, with never stopping. But here's the truth. You were never meant to grind your way into a better version of yourself. You were meant to live into it. Let's take a soft breath together. Inhale slowly. Feel the tension lift from your chest. Exhale gently. Let go of the guilt you've been carrying. Today's reminder is simple and powerful. Schedule joy. Schedule play. Schedule light. Don't wait until you have time. Create time. Protect time. Make joy a priority, because joy is fuel, not fluff. Play is medicine, not immaturity. And when you ignore those parts of yourself, you begin to fade, not loudly, but quietly. So today, you bring color back into your week. Open your calendar. Right now, choose one moment, one slot, one small window of time, and write this: joy break, or soul reset, or simply play. Maybe it's dancing in your room. Maybe it's drawing, even if you're not an artist. Maybe it's a walk with music you love. Maybe it's baking, singing, laughing with someone who gets you, whatever it is. Don't schedule it as a reward. Schedule it as necessary, because it is. Let's breathe again. Inhale the lightness of joy. Hold it in your heart. Exhale the lie that rest is earned only after exhaustion. You don't have to be serious all the time to be strong. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is smile, is breathe. It's be silly on purpose. You're not wasting time. You're protecting your spirit. You're not escaping life. You're reconnecting to it. And when your joy is alive, everything else flows easier, deeper, stronger. So schedule your joy. Put it in writing. Honor it like you honor work, because you deserve to feel alive again. Day 16. Create a shutdown. Ritual for the end of your day. Most people know how to start their day, but almost no one knows how to end it. The emails fade. The lights dim. The world gets quiet, but your mind keeps spinning. What did I forget? What's next? Did I do enough? Am I enough? You lay in bed, tired but restless, exhausted but unfinished, and that's the problem. Didn't close your day. You just collapsed into it. So today, you learn a powerful new rhythm called a shutdown ritual. Let's start by breathing into stillness. Inhale softly through your nose. Hold. Exhale through your mouth. Longer than the inhale. Let your body feel the invitation to release, because ending the day with peace is not a luxury. It's medicine. Here's how it works. Just like you warm up to begin, you cool down to close. Step 1. Pick a time. Set a gentle alarm if you need to, not when you're already exhausted, but 30 to 60 minutes before sleep. This is your wind down window. Step 2. Create a ritual that signals, I am done. It doesn't have to be long, it just needs to be yours. Maybe you write 3 things you accomplished. Maybe you light a candle. Maybe you stretch your body slowly. Maybe you repeat an affirmation. I've done enough. I am safe to rest. 3. Turn off the noise. Put your phone away. Close the laptop. Let the world go quiet, because rest is not wasted time. It's where you restore. It's where you rebuild. And the version of you that you're becoming deserves to be taken care of. Let's breathe that in again. Inhale the grace of being done. Hold it with love. Exhale the pressure to always be on. Your day is complete. Not perfect, but enough. And enough is powerful. So tonight, don't just fall asleep. Close your day with intention. Say to yourself, I release what I didn't finish. I celebrate what I did. I return to myself now. This is your moment to reset, to restore, to return home to your breath, to your body, to your peace. And tomorrow, you'll rise clearer, calmer, stronger, because now you know how. To end well, day 17. Spend time with people who light you up. Energy is not just internal, it's relational. Some people walk into your life, and you feel yourself open, relax, breathe easier. Others walk in, and you feel your light dim. It's just to make room for their noise. Today, you become intentional about who gets your time. Not from a place of judgment, but from a place of alignment. Let's breathe into that truth. Inhale deeply. Feel it rise into your chest. Exhale slowly. Let go of the guilt, because here's what no one teaches you. Not everyone in your life is meant to walk with you forever. Some were lessons, some were distractions. Some were reminders, And some are your oxygen. They light you up. They see you. They help you remember who you are when you forget. Those are your people. And today you make time for them, even if it's short, even if it's simple. Even if it's just one message that says, thinking of you. Energy grows in connection. So let's pause. Grab your journal. Ask yourself, who drains me without giving back? Who energizes me just by being themselves? Write it down. Be honest. This is not about blame. This is about boundaries. You get to protect your light. You get to choose where it goes. Now reach out. Text someone who lifts you up. Call someone who calms your soul. Sit with someone who doesn't need you to perform just to be. You don't. Need a big event? You need presence? Laugh. Listen. Let yourself be poured into, and if no one comes to mind, don't worry. Start becoming that person for yourself. Treat yourself with the same softness you offer others, because connection starts inside, and then it reaches outward. Let's breathe one more time. Inhale the truth that you are worthy of uplifting relationships. Hold it. Exhale every fake smile you've had to wear. You don't need to impress to belong. You just need to be you. And the right people, the ones who see you, celebrate you, expand you, they'll find you. Or maybe they're already here, and today you just needed a reminder to let them in. Day 18. Write a letter to your future self. Close your eyes. Take a long, slow breath in. Hold. Exhale. Let the world slow down around you. Now imagine this. It's 6 months from today, or maybe 1 year. Where are you? What are you doing? Who have you become? Not just in your job, not just in your habits, but in your soul. Are you calmer, clearer, more at peace, more confident, more you? Today you write to that version of you, not to impress them, but to connect with them, to bridge the gap between where you are and where you're going. Let's take another breath. Inhale, hold. Exhale the doubt that says you won't change, because you will. You already are. Now, open your notebook, or pull out your notes app and begin like this. Dear future me. Speak from the heart. Be raw. Be honest. Tell them who you are today, what you're struggling with, what you're proud of, what you're learning to release. Tell them what you hope for, what you're afraid of, but you know they've already overcome. Say things like, I hope you're still being kind to yourself. I hope you finally let go of what didn't serve you. I hope you've learned to rest, not quit. I'm working so hard for you right now. Let the words pour out not as a task, but as a sacred connection. This isn't just writing. This is a time capsule, a gift to your future self. You'll forget what today feels like, but they won't. They'll hold this letter and remember your courage, your steps, your effort, your becoming. Let's breathe that in again. Hail your hope. Hold. Exhale your fear. This letter is a mirror, but it's also a map, because once you write to your future, you begin to walk toward them with greater clarity, greater direction, greater belief. And when the hard days come, you'll have this letter. You'll remember. You've always been trying. You've always been growing. You've always been becoming. So take your time today. Speak softly. Write honestly, and when you finish, fold it. Seal it. Save it. You've just connected to your future in the most powerful way possible, with truth and love. Day 19. Reflect on how far you've come. You've been moving forward. Every day, step by step, breath by breath. But sometimes, in the middle of the journey, forget to look at the road we've already walked. We keep climbing, keep working, keep building. And in the process, we forget to notice the ground we've already conquered. So today we pause, we turn around. Let's take a grounding breath together. Inhale slowly through your nose. Feel the weight of your effort settle in your chest. Exhale out through your mouth, like a soft release of everything uncelebrated. You've come farther than you give yourself credit for. You've faced things people didn't see. You've kept going when no one clapped. You've grown in silence. You've healed in private. You've survived seasons that you once feared might break you, and you're still here, still showing up, still trying, still becoming. Today you give yourself the gift of reflection. Take out your journal, close your eyes and let the memories come. Ask yourself, what have I overcome in the past 6 months? What did I handle better this time? Where did I grow even if no one noticed? Write down 5 things, big or small, visible or invisible. Victories or lessons, because they all count. You are not the same person you were a year ago, a month ago, even last week. Your awareness is sharper. Your strength is deeper. Your heart is wiser. And if you can't see the change yet, trust me, it's happening inside you. Right now, let's breathe again. Inhale your quiet resilience. Hold it gently. Exhale the belief that it's never enough. It is enough. You are enough. And no matter how far you still want to go, you deserve to pause. Honor the path you've walked. So today, you don't rush ahead. You stand still, you turn around, and you say, I'm proud of how far I've come. Say it again if you need to, louder this time. Even if your voice shakes, I'm proud of how far I've come, because you didn't quit, you didn't disappear. You didn't give up on yourself, and that matters more than anyone knows. Day 20. Create a reset plan for low-energy days. You'll feel unstoppable, focused, lit up, full of motion and clarity. And then some days, it won't. You'll feel slow, foggy, tired, disconnected, and that's okay, because you're not a machine. You're a human being with cycles, emotions, energy, and limits. The mistake we make is thinking that those days mean we're off track, that we're lazy, that we're slipping. But today, you'll learn something powerful. You don't need to fear the low-energy days. You just need a plan to reset them. Let's start with breath. Inhale gently through your nose. Hold exhale slowly through your mouth. Now picture this. You wake up feeling heavy, foggy, drained. What do you usually do? Push through? Collapse into guilt? Scroll for hours? Cancel everything? If instead you had a reset ritual, a gentle plan, a toolkit, a permission slip to pause without quitting. That's what today's about. Open your journal, close your eyes and think this through with me. Ask yourself, what simple things help me feel grounded, even when I'm low? Maybe it's stepping outside barefoot on the grass. Maybe it's turning off all screens. Maybe it's putting your hand over your heart and saying, I'm allowed to slow down. Maybe it's drinking water, splashing cold water on your face, or taking a nap without shame. Write it down. Make your list. Keep it short. Keep it real. Don't aim to turn the whole day around. Aim to reset the next 15 minutes. You're not trying to fix yourself. Yes. You're reconnecting to yourself. Low-energy days aren't a sign of failure. They're a signal. Come back to center. So design your plan now. Keep it somewhere you can see it. Right at the top. When I feel low, I will. And finish the sentence with love. Not pressure. Not punishment. Let's compassion. Let's take one more breath. Inhale the softness of self-forgiveness. Hold it. Exhale the harshness, Longer need to carry. You are not defined by your most tired moment. You are allowed to rest and still be growing. You are allowed to reset without apologizing. You are allowed to pause without falling behind. And tomorrow, you'll rise again with more awareness, more care, more wisdom in your pace. Because now you're building a system not just for your best days, but for all your days. Day 21. Set up a weekly review ritual. You made it day 21. 3 full weeks of showing up, of reflecting, of building something real. But this isn't the end. This is your new beginning. Because now you're not just trying to change. You've built momentum. You've created rhythm. You've laid the foundation for something deeper, something lasting. But to keep it alive, you need one more thing: a weekly review ritual. Let's take a slow breath before we begin. Inhale, calm, hold for 4 seconds. Exhale everything you're ready to release. You've done so much. Now it's time to see it, to learn from it, to grow through it. Because success isn't just in the doing, it's in the reviewing. Once a week you pause, you step out of the motion, and you ask the questions most people are too busy to ask. Let's make it simple. Pick a day, any day that feels sacred to you. Sunday night, Friday morning, maybe it's the quiet of Monday before work. Doesn't matter. What matters is that it's yours. Then ask yourself 5 questions. Every week, write them down. 1. What worked well this week? What drained me or distracted me? 3. What habits did I stay consistent with? 4. What lessons did I learn about myself? 5. What do I want to shift or protect next week? No guilt, no shame, no judgment, just truth, just growth. You're not trying to be perfect. You're trying to be present. This ritual is how you keep adjusting, keep listening, keep evolving. And the best part? It takes 10 minutes. But the impact lasts forever, because the more you review, the more you realign. And the more you realign, the less life knocks you off track. Let's breathe that truth in. Inhale. Feel the clarity. Exhale. Feel the power of pause. You are no longer moving blindly. You're moving with intention. And that changes everything. So schedule it now. Put it on your calendar. Block it like an appointment with your highest self. Because this isn't just a habit. This is your anchor, and now you have everything you need to keep growing long after day 21 ends. You did it. 21 days, not just of listening, but of becoming, of showing up, of trying, of getting honest with yourself. And if no one has told you this today, I'm proud of you, deeply, quietly, truly, because transformation doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it looks like a single breath before you react, a single choice to start again. A tiny habit that no one sees but you keep repeating because you know it matters. And I just want you to know this channel, this journey, this entire space would be nothing without you. You're not just a listener, you're family here. You're a light in this community. So keep building, keep becoming, keep coming back to your breath and your truth. This isn't the end. It's the activation. You've built rhythm. Now let it carry you. And whenever you need a voice, a breath, a reminder, I'll be here. Thank you for walking this path with me. Your growth is not only welcome here, it's celebrated. Until next time, with all my heart, keep going. You've got this. I've got you.